Hello, it's good to be talking to you today. This is one of a number of videos that we're releasing as part of our State of the Ministry update. So you've probably seen some of the other videos. Go watch those. If you've not seen them yet, you'll get a sense of what's going on in a lot of the different areas at St. Paul. I'm here to talk to you about some updates in the areas that I serve in and to kind of just give an account of what's been going on lately. So in my vicarage, I've been doing that for over a year now. I just finished my 4th class, so my first year is completed as of this summer. My next year starts up. Actually, by the time this video has come out, it will have just started back up. So far, I've got good news. I'm passing all the classes, so if that was a concern, you can rest assured. But no, it's all going well, and I'm continuing to enjoy the training that you are supporting me, and I'm grateful for that support. All right, so in terms of the music, we have a lot of things that are constantly going on. A lot of people's hands are on it. So if you're one of those people, thank you for continuing to work and to serve our community through sharing your gifts. We have some new students who are stepping in and learning. There's this one young lady in particular who I see she's coming to rehearsals and getting used to playing with the group, and hopefully we'll get to see her on Sunday mornings here coming up soon. But just lots of new opportunities all the time as people come into serving in that ministry, and then also they go off to college or life situation changes and they're not available anymore. It's just neat to see God continuing to meet our needs as a congregation there. So if you are interested in serving in the praise band, let me also encourage you to just listen for the Holy Spirit to guide you in that. Let me know. I'd be happy to tell you some of the different steps of how to get involved there. We also have the choir starting back up just recently. So that's for their 8:30 service. The choir and the handbells are both starting up. And those Crystal Lemker is the point of contact if you want to get involved in one of those ministries. Speaking of bells, we as a church did a big project this summer where we sent off the bells for a refurbishment. So you may, if you're interested in the finances, you may have heard something about some of those maintenance costs. That's one of those maintenance things we did this summer. So those should be back shortly. I'm not sure we have a date on their return yet, but they're getting some maintenance done. They'll be back with us, and we'll get to see them on and hear them on Sunday mornings again soon. All right, that kind of covers some of those big pieces. Just one of our needs on Sunday mornings in terms of the tech team, we have a lot of people filling roles and doing signups, and that's going fairly well, and I'm grateful. We've had some people step up and fill some extra Sundays than their habits had been to kind of get us through the summer. As we get some new people coming back into those teams in the fall, hopefully they'll get a little bit of rest. But again, there's always a need there. If you're interested in serving in those teams, let me know. I'm continuing to serve as the point person for St. Paul in those teams, but we're looking for somebody to come in. Pro presenter, kind of clicking through the slides, that's a big piece of those puzzles. So if you're interested in helping out anywhere, but particularly there, we're looking for some more hands in that work. It takes about 10 people between both services on Sunday morning in those tech teams. So it's a big need, but it's a big service to our congregation. A couple other things that we deal with throughout the week is we have our chapel services. And so we've got some staff support in that, but some new faces we've got on that team this year has been, I'm just talking about one at a time. Carmine Burke has stepped into chapel praise band director role. So I've been filling that for a while now, and last year he helped me out kind of in a little bit of a training role. This year, he is taking over primary leadership there. So I'm supporting him and stepping back and giving him those reins to run with. I'm very excited. He's been doing a great job. The kids are responding to him. It's been neat to see God work through him in training them musically as well as kind of supporting their needs and giving them opportunities to lead their peers in worship. So thanks, Carmine, for that. The other person who's stepped up in that area has been Lori Lee Joers, and she's one of our teachers on staff. And this is a volunteer position that she has stepped into as well. And she's bringing American Sign Language, some of those standard pieces, into that motions team. So if you get a chance to go check out the work that Carmine and Lori Lee are doing, go to our, if you want to get a chance to check out that work, go to our school Facebook page or our YouTube page on Wednesday mornings, and you can watch the kids' chapel services. I'm grateful for their service in that area, as well as Alexa and Kim helping out, and Alan helping out with our tech team as well. So thank you all so much. We've been working on bringing some new faces into our worship assistant role recently. So you've probably seen Jason Harrison, the 8:30 service, standing up there with myself and Pastor Andy, leading in those worship moments. So I'm grateful to Jason for doing that. We may see some other faces as more people say yes and jump into that role as well. But we're grateful for you as a congregation, specifically Jason, stepping up in that way. In our 1047 service as well, we have Dave Cheney stepping into that role. You know, one thing that with Dave Cheney stepping into that role that he and I were talking about, he and Vernon Southmaid have really taken on the lion's share, and Will Lemker has helped them out as well with what we call this worship coordinator role on Sunday mornings. And that's just somebody who is making sure that we have all the various pieces covered in our services. So communion assistants, greeters, and stuff like that. So they walk in on Sunday morning and see who's scheduled, who's signed up to help, and then what spots they need help with on that morning. They just kind of manage that. And it's been really helpful. We've benefited greatly from their service. With Dave shifting into a worship assistant role up on the chancel area on Sunday mornings, that does open up a new spot there. So if you're interested in helping out and you can say hi to people and ask people if they're willing to go help out over on that team, that's another need we have. So maybe come talk to me about that and we'll get you plugged in there. That's pretty much all of the things I wanted to run down. I hope this has been helpful in communicating just some updates. And if there's anything else that I can answer for about what's going on or how maybe some other questions I can answer for you, please shoot me an email or give me a call. I'm sure you've got my information in the bulletin each week. We'll talk to you soon.